Hi guys, my name is Marie and welcome to my Kawaii world. So today I thought I would talk about the coronavirus because I've been getting a lot of questions about it. Like, should you cancel your travel plans? What's it like there? And I'm not a medical professional, so I can't really tell you what to do. You should definitely do your research and look online and figure out what's best for you. But personally, my sister-in-law was planning on visiting us next week, and today she decided to cancel her trip because Korea has raised the level of the outbreak threat to the highest level. So they're really doing everything they can to get ahead of the virus and sort of contain it to the extent possible. And so is the US government here in Korea. So when we first had the coronavirus outbreak, my younger daughter, who's in preschool, her school was canceled for a week following the Lunar New Year, and then I kept her home an additional week. My older daughter is in first grade, and it's really important, so she's learning a lot. After the Lunar New Year, her school was not canceled, but it was canceled this week. So that kind of tells me that things are getting really serious because she's now home. And I don't think that her school would cancel for any, unless they really felt they should. Nobody in their schools have actually gotten coronavirus, but they're just trying to prevent the spread by having everyone stay home. Also, we have a trip planned to Japan in early March. We're planning on going the second week of March. But today my husband and I talked about it, and we are also canceling our trip to Japan. So, we're just being cautious, and we're going to be staying home, and we're probably not going to be going out to eat. We're going to probably be cooking a lot more, which I'm kind of bummed out by. I really did want to go to Japan again, but I'm so glad that we went as much as we could leading up to this time, because now it looks like we're probably not going to be doing any more traveling between now and when we leave Korea, because I doubt that the situation will be contained by then. So Korea now has the most cases of coronavirus in the world, only second to China. Right now, most of the cases are in Daegu. There was apparently a woman who had the virus, and then she was a super spreader and spread it to over 200 people at her church. So that's where most of the cases are concentrated, and I think that they've tested 8,000 more people, and they're still awaiting the test results. And I think there's a backlog of coronavirus testing that needs to happen, just because there's so many people who got tested at once. I wish that there was a home test you could take, a pregnancy test where you can just pee on a stick, and that would be so nice if we could all have a ton of those. So we could just figure out if we have it and, take appropriate measures. I think that a lot of the businesses are still operating. So you can go to the grocery store, you can go to restaurants. There are probably going to be some places that are closing now. And as for the major tourist attractions, I think they're still open, but personally, I haven't gone anywhere. And I think that now that the government is really ratcheting things up, it's probably not a good idea to come to Korea. So this kind of reminds me of when we first had the coronavirus outbreak, everyone just stayed home and didn't go anywhere. And then now we've had this huge explosion of cases, and the government has declared that we're at the highest level of alert. Everyone's just staying home again. And I think that's really good. And maybe it seems a little bit extreme, but I think that's what you need to do in order to prevent the spread of the virus. And I don't think there's any reason to panic if you're living in Korea currently, or if you're just, you have to come, you can't cancel your plans. I wouldn't panic, but I would just be very careful, lots of hand washing, and make sure not to touch your eyes or your face when you haven't washed your hands. Masks have gotten really expensive. They used to go for about $1 a mask before the coronavirus outbreak, and then the prices slowly start to increase to $2 and $2.50, and they might be going for $3 a mask now, which is so expensive because they're supposed to be only one-time use masks, but spending $3 a day on a mask can really add up. So I purchased a mask early on because my kids are required to wear them to school, and the efficacy of wearing a mask is I think it's up for debate, but definitely they say that if you have the coronavirus and you're sick, wearing a mask will prevent you from spreading it to other people. But as far as having the mask filter out particles in the air, I think the CDC says that like there are no conclusive results. But from my perspective, it can't hurt to wear one. So I went and got bog masks for my family because I knew that the paper masks would run out, and I know that we were going to be traveling back to the US this upcoming spring. So I just bought those to have them on hand. Feels like all the masks are back ordered and they're just really expensive. Those people must be making a fortune. So if you can't get a mask, I wouldn't panic, but I would just be really careful. However, I think you are required to wear a mask on public transportation in Korea. So yeah. Also, hand sanitizer has gotten really expensive in Korea. I think I saw it going for like $10 or $13 for a bottle, which I think is crazy. Because in the US, you could get a bottle of Purell for like $2 or $3. So cheap. And also in Korea, hand soap has gotten more expensive. I think it's like $5 for a bottle of hand soap, which I feel like you should be able to get for $2 or $3. So definitely people are making money off of this crisis. But you can always use bar soap, and it's, you know, it's still soap. In the early stages, the government would like identify people who had the virus, and then they would do like a study where they tracked everywhere that person went, and then they would go back to those places and talk to those people that they had contact with, and those people would get tested and they would disinfect the whole area. But now I think so many people have the coronavirus, it's a lot harder for the government to keep track of like everywhere people have been. So you really don't know, and I think the safest thing to do is to just stay home and not go out. So I'm really disappointed that we're not going to Osaka, but I also feel like it's the right decision because we were planning to go to Universal Studios and probably ride the Hello Kitty Shinkansen and eat a lot of food. So I think just to be on the safe side, it's better to stay home. So when we tried to cancel our trip to Osaka like 2 weeks ago, the airline wasn't doing refunds or cancellations. But now that the situation has been ratcheted up, we were able to cancel it without any financial repercussions, like no cancellation fees whatsoever. So that was really nice. One good thing that I noticed about the outbreak is a lot of Korean restaurants that didn't normally have soap in their bathrooms now have like a bottle of soap. So that's really nice. But yeah, I hope you guys found this video helpful, and just be careful, practice good hygiene, and stay safe.
Bye!